Welcome to A Guide to Every Deck in Pioneer. Today we're looking at Atraxa decks. Atraxa has quickly proven herself to be one of the best threats to cheat out, and with Gristlebrand missing from Pioneer, the best threat in the format. As such, multiple shells have been built around her to take advantage of her incredible power by finding ways to cheat her out by turn 3 or 4. Indomitable Creativity decks can slot Atraxa in over the typical Xenagos plus Worldspine Worm plan, but so far this hasn't proven to be strictly better. For now, we'll be focusing on two shells, Neoform Atraxa and Transmogrify Atraxa. Neoform Atraxa is a Sultai deck that seeks to play cheap spells and self-mill cards in order to fill up the graveyard for Hooting Mandrills or Tasigur. By turn 3, you can pay 1 mana and delve 6 cards, then use the remaining 2 mana to sacrifice your delve creature to Neoform and go grab Atraxa. And that's it, there's not much more to it. Mandrills and Tasigur are okay on their own, but they're not amazing threats without neoforming them, although they do pair very well with Stubborn Denial. And of course, this is a quadruple Fatal Push and Thoughtseize deck, so there's at least a baseline of quality interaction. Moving on to the Jund Transmogrify lists, you may be wondering how this card is different than Creativity besides the red pips. Enhance. One more time. Creativity includes artifacts among the cards it can hit, not just creatures. This means Creativity decks can't play any artifacts or else they'd risk hitting them on their combo turn rather than the creature threats they want. Transmogrify doesn't suffer from the same issue, meaning you can run cards like Esika's Chariot as quality artifacts. The fact that it only costs a single red pip also means the mana base is less restrictive. That said, Transmogrify does have some notable downsides over Creativity. You can't pay more than 4 to target multiple tokens, nor can you target artifact tokens, both of which are useful tricks for preventing opposing removal from fizzling Creativity. Like Creativity, Transmogrify requires a suitable amount of token generators as targets, with Fable of the Mirror Breaker being its usual bonkers self. Some versions of the deck also run a few reanimation spells to combine with Fable's second Rummaging chapter. Particularly noteworthy among the token makers are Courier's Briefcase and Careful Consideration, both of which make a token for Transmogrify while also adding an extra mana to cast it a turn early. And of course, where would we be without the playset of Push and Thoughtseize? Essentially, these Atraxa decks are taking the black baseline of a deck like Rakdos Midrange and cutting most of the individually good threats and removal for an Atraxa package, gambling that that plan is better. If successful, Atraxa is a very hard threat to answer. In fact, among the most played cards in the format, the only things that reliably answer a resolved Atraxa are sweepers such as Extinction Event or Supreme Verdict, certain hard removal in black like Dreadbore, and temporary answers like Aether Gust, Brutal Cathar, or Thing in the Ice Flipping. Time will tell whether these Atraxa decks will measure up to Rakdos Midrange or Creativity lists, but they have a promising start. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Atraxa decks in Pioneer. Thank you to my supporters, and if you enjoy these videos, consider supporting the channel, and take care.